Hey guys, it's Nathan Lusk from warriorwithapen.games, and this is going to be my demonstration video for the brand new Conquest Mode of Daimyo Senso. I have chosen to be Oda. I don't think very many of y'all will choose him because he's stranded in the middle, kind of surrounded by enemies. And he starts out with only 4 lands, which ties him for the least amount of lands to start with of all the Daimyo. So if you can beat my score, you're welcome to try. But this is going to be my attempt as Oda. As you see, I have my 4 action cards here. I have my 4 general cards here. I have all the rest of my tokens here. We will not be using the Daimyo card in this game because the setup is according to the optional setup rules on the inside cover of on the inside of the back cover. And so we did our setup there. And now our goal, as the Conquest Mode is stated in the previous video, the goal is to take over all of Japan, have every single province under my control, and do that as fast as possible so that we can figure out how long it took me to get it done. And that length is going to be measured in years and then turns left, or years and then, you know, how many turns I took during that last year. So we're going to start in year 1. We're going to put a token on the 1 so that I know I'm in year 1. And we're going to advance forward. So here we go. This is the official attempt for speed to conquer the whole country by me, the creator of the game, Nathan Lusk, as Oda. And remember, there will be 1 champion at the end of the year for each Daimyo. So whoever is the fastest player to have beaten the game, not in minutes and seconds, but in game years and game turns. Whoever does it the fastest will be the champion of that Daimyo at the end of this calendar year, so December 31st. Here we go. So first, as Oda, I will begin with an attack, and I will use my home army to destroy the armies of Miyoshi right there, and I will take all of my troops there. My second action will be a move, and I can move 1, 2, only 2 troops, which is fine. Don't need to move more than that. I'm actually only going to move 1 to Tanba. And now I will don't have any awesome maneuvers to pull off right this second. He has 4 there. He's only got 3 there. That'll be my next one. I will attack and kill Sugi's troops right here. They're dead because I attacked with 6, and I'll move 5 of them. Yeah, I'll move 5 of them in. We're gonna leave 1 there. And then my last action for year 1 is going to be to deploy. And so I'll count up my cities and my castles. I'm just going to straighten those. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so that'll be my total deployment. Will be 6 new troops as my last action for the first year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these troops will go. Oh, that's a tough choice. I need them everywhere. We're gonna put them, we're gonna put them right here. So year 1 is finished. Now, if you recall, so we're moving to year 2. If you recall from the last video, at the end of each year, every single army on the board gains a new troop. This is part of the Conquest Mode that makes it more difficult. Boom, 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 boom. I've added all of Shimazu's new troops. Now we'll do Usugi's. 1, 2, 3. We've got to add 1 more out of his bag. And it goes up there in the north. Bam. So those 2 are done. Let's do Date. We'll get him out of the way. Now again, this mode is not in the rule book. The rules for it are in the previous video. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 in each. He's done. Now we'll add a Hojo to each army. One, 2, 3, 4. Let's do Takeda. These are going to be really difficult to stack because his tokens are just really small and my hands are not very small. So 1, I'm probably going to knock at least one of these stacks over. 2, 3, yep, knocked one over. 4, knocked that one over too. So those troops are all in there. Those troops are all in there, we're good. Only 2 left, we got to add Miyoshi's troops. There's 1, 2, I need 3 more out of here. Oh, I guess I'll open the bag. 3, 4, 5. So 3, 4, and 5. And all we have left is Mori. Now your troops do not get this bonus. That's only for the troops of your enemies. And there's a lot of Moris out here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Mori starts with 7 territories. He's one of the, in one way, he's one of the easier ones to do single player with because he starts with so many provinces. It's just crazy. So there, we did all of them. Year 1 is over. We're beginning year 2. And we got to really start whittling these guys down pretty fast. So first, I want to do something really intelligent. We're going to make no, not yet. Can't do that yet. I actually think we're going to start this year with a new deployment. And yep, no special this time. But our new deployment gets us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new troops, just like it did at the end of last year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have used a general card last year, but I just spaced it, and that's okay. I bet I'll be able to do some catching up here in the later years, though. I'm going to put those troops here. Now we have a giant army in Hida. Those extra ones go back. And now we will attack. And I'm going to use Oda's rotational volley fire right now. And that will allow me to make 2 consecutive attacks. So the first one will be to take out Usugi's 3 troops right there. My second attack, if you notice, Usugi is now down to 3 provinces total. And that is the limit, the upper limit for how many provinces a daimyo can have before you eliminate his home castle. So he has 6 troops in his home castle, and I've got well more than 12 here. We're going to count them 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've got 16 troops here. So they're enough to kill Usugi's castle with the second part of my attack, since it was a double attack. And now I will move these troops, all but one of them, into there. And now that I've killed Usugi, I get to take 1 of his action cards and 2 of his general cards. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to take his 2 attack cards. Yep, taking those 2. And now all the tokens that he has left on the board are also mine, just as in the normal rules for using the mode where, well, single player or the multiplayer mode where you're playing for elimination. So either way it works. And so now I still have 3 actions left. So now I've got 5 actions per turn that I can take. And I now have 2 extra general cards to choose from when I want to use a general card. Since I've already used one this year, obviously I can't use another. So I have these 3 actions left. And I think this is the right time to go on a little bit of a rampage. So I'm going to use an attack, and I'm going to kill these 4 Takeda troops right here. We'll get rid of them. Bam. Whoops, I put those in Miyoshi's bag. That's going to be confusing later. Let me get those back out. 1, 2, there they are. I got them. We're good. Crisis averted. And boom. Dropped one. He'll go in the bag. Boom. There we go. And then I will move all but one troop, I believe, into there. Yeah. And then I'll use my last attack. Because now you see Takeda's down to only 3 territories. So I'll use my last attack to kill his castle. He has 7 troops there. 1, 2, so I need at least 14. That's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my gosh, I have exactly 14. So it's perfect, the right amount. I actually could have done it with 13 because now that I'm the primary holder of Chubu, I actually get to round my attacks up, but that's okay. So I'm killing Takeda's castle. Let me get those troops off the board. And then I will inherit all of his troops left on the board, plus his army still in the bag, plus another action card and another general card from him. So let's get that secured. I'll take another attack card. And then of his general cards, I'm gonna take the deploy and the move general cards, because his deploy and move are really good. So I still have 2 actions left for this year, because I'm up to 6 per year all of a sudden. And at this point, oh, I gotta move my troops in from that attack. There we go. And so now I own all of the yellow and dark blue on the board, plus all of the gray. And I have now trapped my own army, because I am super smart. So let's first figure out, oh, that's fun. At least it was only 3 o'clock or whatever time that is, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I don't know. Now we're gonna use my move card, and I'm gonna move some of these troops around. Now my number of moves, of course, according to the rules, you add up your castles plus your fortresses, and that's how many troops you can move. So we're gonna start here, 1 castle, fortress, castle, fortress, fortress, castle, castle, and another fortress. So I can move 8 troops. Where do I want to move those 8? I think I need to go south now and get rid of Hojo, even though that's gonna trap me again. Or I could make a bigger army here. That's interesting. Yeah, I think actually I might be better off moving these. No, I need my big army to be mobile. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to peel the bottom 3 off of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 troops. And I'm moving them off of this castle to Hitachi. No, not to Hitachi. We're gonna move them into Kai, just south of Takeda's Shinano castle. And I have 1 card left. It's an attack card. And since I moved 8 and I already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 troops there, that gives me 14 there. And so that attack will kill these 3 of Hojo's troops. And I will, of course, move all but 1 troop into that new fortress that I just took. I'm going to leave one of the Takeda troops here. There we go. So that leaves me 13 there. Whew. And that's the end of year 2. So at the end of the year, every opponent army still on the board gets a troop added to it. So we're gonna have to do that again. They're gonna get big, man. But my army's getting pretty big too. It hopefully won't slow me down too much for them to have so many troops on the board. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Done all of Mori's. Oh, and Takeda doesn't get added because those are my troops now. Here is Miyoshi. He's got 5 lands, so we need to get 5 tokens out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whoops. Oh, I just knocked the whole stack over. There we go. Now that's nice and clean. And now Hojo, we still got 3 lands left. For now, he won't have those for very long. 1, 2, knock that stack over. 3, stack those back up. Wabam. If I can pick it up, got it. There's Hojo, and now I'm knocking my own stacks over. We're just gonna leave that one cascaded there. Boom. Now we'll add to Date's armies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one is Shimazu. We'll add a troop to each of his 5 armies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That part's finished. And now we're going to begin year 3. I get all of my regular actions back. I'm going to sort these a little bit better so that I have all my attacks together. There we go. So I have 4 attacks, a deploy, and a move right now that I can use during the year. We're going to begin this year with an attack. I'm going to use my Osugi attack card, and I'm going to take Hojo's castle, I believe. 1, 2, how many does he have there now? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's at 8. And so that means I need 15 or more. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I don't have enough. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm just a little bit short, so I'm not going to attack yet. We'll hang on to that. We could move first, but I don't have any troops like right next to that one to do that. So we're going to hold off on that too. And instead, we should figure out a better move. Let's see what we're going to do. I could deploy some troops. That could make a difference. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. How much would our deployment be worth right now? Let's see. We would get 1. This is for every castle and city, just as a reminder that that's how deployments works. You count up your castles and cities, you get that many troops. And if you have a majority in a province that gives you an extra deploy, obviously you get that too. So I will get an extra one for being the majority in Chubu. And now I'm also the majority in Kanto, so I'll get an extra deployment there. Maybe that's what I need to be looking for, is more of these regional bonuses, because I'm 1 land away from getting the regional bonus in the Kansai also. That'll give me another deployment. That might be a really smart move. But as of right now, a deployment would be worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 new troops, which is pretty solid. If I put 11 there, you know what? I'm going to do the deployment, and I'm going to use Takeda Shingen's regiments, which is a general card for a special deployment that Takeda has. That's the reason I got that card from him, because it's really good. And the rules on that are, if you take a deployment, and so my deployment is 11, it's actually 12, 13 because of those 2 regional bonuses. If you take a deployment and mass all of those troops in 1 city, you're allowed to take a second deployment of half that amount rounded up. So I'll be able to get 13 and then 7 more. So I can get 20 troops out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And this makes 12 and 13. So here's the first half, or the first part of that deployment. It's 13 new troops. And I'm gonna mass all of those in Kai. And it will all make sense here in a minute. Actually, I don't even need to go to Kai. I'm gonna mass them in Hitachi. That's even better. Son of a biscuit. Now I'm gonna have to restack that one. Here we go. Pick these up. So now I think you see what we're doing. Hitachi is touching Hojo, and it also gives me, if I don't move all the troops in when I kill Hojo, see it's just barely touching his home castle right there. As long as I just move 1 troop into Hojo's castle after I take it, I can then use the rest of that big army to go that way. And that's enough troops to do it. So I don't need to deploy any more there, but I get 7 more troops. and I get to deploy them elsewhere if I choose to, because it doesn't say you have to put them in the same place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 7 new troops for the second half of this deployment. And now I'm going to start moving to the west. And so these troops are going to get massed elsewhere. We're going to build this army up right here in Ise, which is right next to Owari, and use that army to start moving in on Miyoshi and Shimazu and Mori. And we'll keep moving that as the game goes on. I'm almost out of troops in my bag. Now my bag is different than yours. Your game only came with 40 of each Daimyo's tokens. My version, because it's my travel version I take to conventions, actually has 80 of each Daimyo's tokens. So remember, once you've taken out another Daimyo, you get to start using his troops also. So even if you're at this point with your Daimyo and you're out of your own troops, start using the troops from the people you've already conquered, and that helps to make up that difference for you. Okay, so I have a bunch of attacks plus a deploy left, or I'm sorry, plus a move left. So I'm going to use another attack, and I'm going to take out Hojo's castle. I have tons of troops now over here in Hitachi to do that. I just got 13, there were already 4 there, so that gives me 17, which means I could kill 9, and Hojo only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm definitely doing that. I definitely have the strength for that. So now that we've destroyed Hojo, I'm going to move 1 troop into his castle to show that I'm holding it now. Now we get to take 1 of his actions plus 2 of his general cards, just like we have the others. I'm taking another attack. And now we'll look at his general cards. I know exactly what I want. I want his 2 attack cards because they're pretty great. And now we tuck the rest of his stuff into his bag. And now I can use these troops for deployment also, since I've conquered them. And so at this point, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 actions per year. And we are really rolling. Where do we want to go? We have tons of options. I can do a simple move there and take that. But is that the best course of action? I think I need to start over here too, because if I can get Miyoshi's castle, I'll eliminate him and be able to move a lot faster moving forward. And that'll take me 3 attacks, and I have 4 attacks left. So here we go. We're gonna attack. We're gonna take out this little army of Miyoshi's. He has 5 troops in it, and I've got way more than 10 here. I'm not even sure how many it is, but I'll count them just so we know I'm not cheating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I had 12 troops there. Definitely kills 5. We put those away. And next we'll take our 12, and that was just the 12 I moved. I actually had 13 there. Oh, and actually let's use our move maybe. Let's see if that'll work. If I were to move, I could move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I could move 11 troops with a basic move. That seems smart. But is it enough? It is not enough. How many did I have here? 12. So I can move exactly everything but 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So we're going to use our move. We're going to move those troops over there and take that little fortress. That gives me enough to kill these 5. I just can't do anything after that, so I can start moving the other direction. Cool. So we'll make this attack. Kill these 5 of Miyoshi's. They're gone. I'll move all but 1 troop there. So I'm down to 10 in that army. I have 2 attacks left. I want to save up now and deploy before I kill Miyoshi there, because I can do that next year. I can also make an attack to move into that empty fortress up there, which would probably be my best maneuver right now. And I can start limiting some of Mori's troops here and there too. So let's make an attack, and this whole army will move into this little fortress here next to Kozuke. I'll leave only 1 in that province to hold it, Gosh, and I wonder if I have enough to kill Sendai there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 16 troops in that fortress. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have exactly enough to kill Sendai. So our last attack will be to take out Sendai from Date. Take his troops, put them in the bag. And what I'm doing is just limiting how many troops they're going to add to the board by knocking their armies out as fast as possible. Boom. Leave one here in that fortress to hold it. And that is the end of year 3. So we're 3 years in. We've got some big armies on the board. We've managed to really turn the tide in some of this and really get moving fast. I'm going to pick back up my cards. We're going to reinforce all of their armies again. So Shimazu gets his 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can't tell, we're actually getting really close to the end game here. We've got big armies on both sides of the map. We're expanding in both directions at the same time. And we're really just getting ready to drop the hammer on all the rest of them. I guess because I made the game, I guess I'm pretty good at playing it solo. But gosh, maybe some of you guys have a better strategy than mine and can actually do this even better. I would love to see that. Not necessarily with Oda, you don't have to use Oda, but if you've got a really fast, neat way to get around and conquer the whole map, that'd be really cool to see. And who knows, you could win a prize for it at the end of the year if you are the fastest to do it with that particular daimyo. So the only one I haven't reinforced yet is Mori. We're gonna get his going, and then we'll be done with all the reinforcements so we can start year 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, I haven't killed any of Mori's armies yet. He's getting 7 troops every year. There we go. We finished that. We're moving to year 4. We're going to start year 4 now. One of the first things I know I need to do is get one of those armies freed up back there in the back, and I can do that here pretty quickly. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do that first. I think I do. I have a bunch of troops over here in this tiny little fortress next to Odawara and in between Odawara and Saruga. So what I'm going to do is make an attack, and I'm going to use this Hojo Tsunashige's bluff. And what it says is, before you attack, move all but one troop from one of your provinces to another of your provinces. So this giant army that's back here, plus all those grays, are going to all move to right here in Iyo. I'm sorry, that's Sanuki. Let me get all of them picked up. And that whole stack is going to shift out to my western front here. And then I'm allowed to make an attack after I've moved them. So boom, boom. There we go. Now that is an army. All of a sudden, my western front is completely secure. And now that army is way more than twice as much as Miyoshi has in his home castle. So we destroy them because he was down to only 3 territories, 3 provinces. And now we get to take one of his cards. So we'll take an attack and 2 of these. I'm going to take Sogo Kazumasa's Mercenaries, which is his deployment card. And I'm going to take Yoshikata's Vengeance, which is one of his attack cards. All the rest goes in the bag. I now have his troops available to use, and all his troops still on the border mine as well. I have to move 1 into his castle to claim it, and that's the end of that attack. So now I still have 7 more moves to take this year. I've already taken 1, so I'm doing 8 per year. And now we're really going to try and start steamrolling through some of these guys. I'm probably going to make a deployment here pretty soon too, because I also picked up, besides his castle, I also, of course, gained the city that he already had and that fortress that is mostly useless, but we'll get around to using it. I got to remember that I've already used my general card for this year, so I can't do that again too. But let us see what is going to work best. We need to move against Mori and Shimazu. Date's the only one left up there in the north, and we got to do some skirting to get him knocked down. Actually, we only have to take out one more. I wonder how big my army is here. I might be able to do it with what I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, plus these 2 Takeda troops makes it 15. So I could technically kill a whole bunch. I could kill 8. He only has 7 in Mutsu. So let's make that attack. We'll kill these 7 in Dewa. Not in Mutsu. Mutsu is his capital. Kill those 7 in Dewa. And I'll move all but 1 troop into Dewa. Boom, boom. And now I'm next to his castle, which has a bank load of troops on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Yeah, that's 4, 5, 6. So he has 8 troops there. So I need 16 or more. I already forgot how many I counted a second ago of my troops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm a little bit short and I can't take out Mutsu the way I am right now. I could either move some troops or deploy some. I think I need to move. I should have tons of movement now. We're gonna go ahead and use our move. I'm just spitballing here, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna work. So here's what's gonna happen first. I'm gonna move this troop out. So that's one of my moves. You know what, before I do that, we need to see how many moves we have. Let's just double check that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 17 moves that we can make right now. So here's 1, 2, 3. This is 3 troops, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then if I move 4 more, that makes my total 17. Now I've made my 17 moves and I can't move anymore. Okay. We have 5 actions left. I haven't deployed yet either. I'm pretty sure that army is definitely big enough to kill him. So we're gonna take him out. We'll attack. He only had 8. I've got way more than what I need there. We're gonna leave 1 troop here, move the rest in there. Take out Date. 2, 3, 4. And now I get to take one of his action cards and 2 of his general cards. I'm going to take his attack, and of his general cards, I'll take his move general card. It's Inawashiro Morikune's Deception. And I'll take Date Masamune's Ferocity. And now I get all of his troops to use as well. So that's ready. I've only got 2 people left to conquer, Mori and Shimazu holding out over here in the west. And I haven't touched either of them yet. So it's time to start steamrolling through them. I actually think it might be easier to kill Shimazu first and then circle back and hit Mori. But we'll see once I get going what works best. I've got a bunch of attacks and still have a deploy. I'm gonna try and save that deploy so that I can use it to my utmost advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 7 troops there. I've got way more than 14. So we're gonna make that attack. That gets rid of some of Mori's troops. I'm gonna move everyone except for 1 troop who will stay back in Sanuki and hold it. And now I think we're better off making landfall here. We'll attack, kill all these guys. Oops, come on back. There we go, just pick up the last one. And now we've moved against Mori and Shimazu finally. Bam. We leave 1 troop here. I want to leave one of these little Takeda diamonds. Bam, there we go. Move all the rest. I still have 2. Oh, this is going to work out beautifully. So, I will now make another attack. This time here to Bungo. Take out those Shimazu troops. He only had 5, I think. So I definitely had more than 10. Those move there. And now his castle should have 7 or 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 troops. So I'm gonna have to have at least 15 to kill them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm gonna switch this one up for this one to make it easier. So I have 5 on the board. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have exactly 18. He's down to only 3 territories. We make the attack. We take out Shimazu. That is his last, that's his castle that I just took. I'm gonna leave 1 troop here, move all the rest in, because it's really convenient. Those troops can circle back up to the north of the island from Satsuma down there. And of course, of Shimazu's cards, we're gonna take another attack card. And wow, we'll take his deployment and Shimazu Yoshihiro's stand. Most of these cards I'm not going to be able to use, but I do have them available to me. We are almost done. So I have 2 actions left for this turn. I will use an attack. I definitely have more than what it takes to kill these. 1, 2, 3, 4. He only has 7, so I need 14 or more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 17 or so. So definitely kill them. Put those troops into the bag. And now we're going to leave 1 in Satsuma. And now we have troops on Mori's border ready to go. And I still have a deploy left. So that's my last card. I will deploy. And I did use a card earlier. That's right. So, gosh, this is going to be a massive deployment. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 troops plus 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All of those bonuses. We're getting 30 troops out of this deployment. I've never had a deployment that big. But this is also the first time I've ever played Conquest Mode. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna just do these in stacks of 5. That ought to be easier. So if that's 5, there's 10. $15, halfway to it. That 5 makes 20. And I have exactly 5 left, don't I? That's 25, so I'll have to get 5 more troops. I'll take these Miyoshi ones because they're really easy to handle because they're big squares. And then I drop them. There we go. I have 25 out, I need 5 more, so we'll get 5 Miyoshis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 30 troops for my biggest deployment ever. And these troops are going to guarantee us a victory really fast in year 5. Now those are 2 armies right there, plus a giant one over there. All right, that's the end of that year. We're gonna gather all of our actions back up. We get to use them again. Now we begin year 5, and we're definitely gonna end the game in this year. So we gotta do this in as few turns as possible. So here we go, attack. Definitely have enough to kill those Mori troops there. I need to bring the Shimazu. Oh, I forgot to add to Mori's troops. I don't think a 6th troop there would have mattered, but let's go ahead and add to the other ones just to make sure we're doing it right. 2, 3, 4. I would have added a 5th one there, but I'd already, those troops were not going to make it. So get that. apparently I dropped one earlier too. There we go. And Mori's over here. Shimazu's troops are mine, not Mori's yet. And now we're gonna move all but one of our troops in. I just have to kill one more land and then take out his castle. So we'll make an attack. How many does he have here in Aki? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has 10 troops there. So I have to have at least 20 here to make this count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I have tons. But I just realized I can do this a better way and do it faster because I still have Usugi Kenshin's raid. So I'm going to make my final attack right there. I'm going to use Usugi Kenshin's raid. It says after attacking, attack a different province from your same attacking province. So I'm going to attack from here and first kill these troops. So much for the rest of Mori's troops there. And I'll move one in just to show my ownership of it. And now I can make a second attack from the same attacking province. And so I'm going to go to his castle, which should also have 10 on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For some reason there's 9, but it should be 10. So we'll say it's got 10, and that means I just need 19 or more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So my 24 versus his 10 wipes out Mori. Bam, bam. Those go in the bag. There are no open territories left. Every single land has been conquered, and I did it in 5 years plus 3 actions, and it's game over. So that is the new standard for Oda. You must, if you're gonna try this with Oda, it's only gonna work. You're only gonna be on the board if you beat 5 years plus 3 turns. So give it a shot. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at natelusk@hotmail.com or through the website, warriorwithapen.games. You can email me there at nathan@warriorwithapen.games. You can buy Daimyo Senso at warriorwithapen.games/store. And it has a new lower price. And gosh, there's so many different ways you can play this game. This was not the basic solo mode. The basic solo mode has a whole different agenda to it. You're still conquering territories, but you're just doing it within a time limit to see how much you can get within 4 years. And you have to have 5 entire regions conquered within 4 years. It's challenging. And if you make a few mistakes, you're not going to win as a solo player. Or you can play with up to 8 players. You can play small scale. You can play large scale. You can play to a short 4-year honor victory game where you keep track of honor here on this honor tracker. Or you can play elimination mode where only the last player standing wins, which is kind of what you do in solo when you take out the other daimyo and eliminate them. So this is Daimyo Senso from Warrior with a Pen Games. It's been out for a very short while, just a few months at this point. And there are so many ways to play it. You can introduce this game to your gaming group, no matter what type of gaming group it is. If they like games with, minimal conflict, then you can play the honor victory, where no player can be eliminated, and you're all just trying to take over territory to earn honor at the end of each year based on how many castles, cities, and fortresses you have. There were 3, 2, and 1 honor respectively. Or if you have a more cutthroat gaming crew, or they just, you want to try out a full-on elimination mode game that you can play fast and really get done, before the night is over, before tomorrow especially. This is a game that you can finish within just a few hours. The honor game, you can play a full 8-player game in less than 2 hours. But in the elimination mode, you can tell by the mechanics of it that it's designed for you to be able to get in and smash each other and get it done. Either way you play, one very important aspect of the game when you play multiplayer is that you are allowed to talk across the table to your opponents, make alliances, break alliances, negotiate, with each other, and make agreements. But there is no rule that states that you have to do what you said you were going to do. You don't have to follow those agreements. So the political aspect of that game, that whole diplomatic intrigue between you and the other players, is another good draw, especially if you're wanting to have a social night of gaming. You can do that with Daimyo Senso also, and have a really neat social game where all the players are interacting and everyone is trying to pull the wool over someone else's eyes. So I'm Nathan Lusk. This is Warrior with a Pen Games. 5 years plus 3 actions is the current record for Oda to conquer all of Japan. I'd love to see you try to beat it. Thanks for coming to the gaming table today. And man, come check us out again. And for sure, send me videos of you taking your favorite daimyo all the way to the end and conquering all of Japan. Hope to see you soon. Thanks.